somebody is gonna turn her into one of they dizzies. Dizzies. She just got out of jail to a bag. Yo, she just got out of jail to a bag, man. Somebody about to pick that up. She ain't never got a rob and steal again. Ain't no more scamming for you, man. Are you ready to be a housewife? You ain't never got to scam again. We're gonna make sure you no more scamming for you, man. I promise you. You ain't got to worry about that no more. You ain't got to scam. That little sentence you did, you just got blessed. I don't know what type of weights they got the women got in there. I don't know. They must got motherfucking athletics and what the fuck? I got treadmills on the women's side of the prison. God damn. How's she stay in shape? She went in that bitch and probably came out better than she went in. She went in that bitch and came out better than she went in. God damn. Ain't that a motherfucking blessing? Somebody just got blessed. Somebody just got blessed. God damn. Oh shit, he died.
Pneumonia that Kim Porter had. Sounds a little bit shady. Sounds like maybe the diddler had him taken care of because here's something real crazy. I had myself and my people reach out to his family because his TikTok page is still active and people in the comments are asking, what happened to Uncle Ron? What happened? What is the family doing? Deleting all of the comments. If you go over to Uncle Ron's TikTok page, try this, Patriots. I did it. Say, what happened to Ron? How did he expire? They delete your question. Why? Because they want to keep. Patriots, I have this update just in. Someone in my comments, thank you, asked me, how did Uncle Ron die? I have some answers. Now, this is where it gets a little crazy. He died last month. He was only 59 years old, very young. Some people are whirling around that he died of that same pneumonia that Kim Porter had. Sounds a little bit shady. Sounds like maybe the diddler had him taken care of because here's something real crazy. I had myself and my people reach out to his family because his TikTok page is still active and people in the comments are asking, what happened to Uncle Ron? What happened? What is the family doing? Deleting all of the comments. If you go over to...
Damn, y'all think he got rid of Uncle Ron? I hope he ain't do Uncle Ron like that, man. Uncle Ron, if y'all don't remember, Uncle Ron was one of the first bodyguards to start speaking out before Gene Deal. Uncle Ron was one of the first ones that started saying stuff about Diddy, and nobody was listening to him. Nobody listened to Uncle Ron. That's crazy. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me see if I get one of Uncle Ron's videos. Hold on. Well, let's get one of see if we can find Uncle Ron when he was talking about Diddy.
Why I waited 20 years or so long to come out and start talking and telling about the things that have happened in the industry. the most important reason why is I had children and I still have children. But at that point in time, they were young, and my number one priority was protecting my children.
Pay attention, y'all. This is P. Diddy's ex-bodyguard, one of the very first bodyguards. He would have been there through the beginning of everything. He was one of the head security. They saying Uncle Ron is dead now. He's unalive, deceased. He started talking about Diddy on TikTok before everybody. Nobody listened to him. Nobody believed his story. Now we getting all this. Pay attention.
I care less about the stuff that went on in the industry at that point in time. For as money, it was never about money, and it's still not about money. I have money, but there's stories that have to be told. The truth needs to come out. A man lost his life. So much more went on. Physically have seen Diggy indulging in gay activities. I'm not bashing him.
Y'all hear that? Uncle Ron, out of his own mouth. Y'all heard what he just said. Diddy dabbling in gay activities. Y'all hear this shit? This is Uncle Ron, who's no longer alive now. Happy birthday, man.
I'm directly bashing him. I'm just telling the truth. He knows like I know. Gene knows like I know. Boo knows like I know. William knows. Bodyguards that were around him know. See, I had my own company, so I didn't need him. I didn't have to take his stuff. The bull crap that came along with being around Diddy. But see, when I start talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, oh, some toes will curl for sure. But hey, the truth is the truth, whether you believe it or not. Yeah, I'm under investigation. So that's why I'm telling what I'm telling. Because now they have proof. I have physically showed them proof. Things that I have witnessed, things that was told to me. And yeah, of course, it's coming out. And I don't feel ashamed for saying what I've said or done what I've done. Because at the end of the day, I sleep good at night. Of course, so many people have asked me why I waited 20 years or so long to come out and start talking and telling about the things that have happened in the industry. The most important reason why is I had children and I still have children. But at that point in time, they were young, and my number one priority was protecting my children. I care less about the stuff that went on in the industry at that point in time. For as money, it was never about money, and it's still not about money. I have money, but there's stories that have to be told. The truth needs to come out. A man lost his life. So much more went on. Physically have seen Diggy indulging in gay activities. I'm not bashing him, directly bashing him. I'm just telling the truth. He knows like I know. Gene knows like I know. Boo knows like I know. William knows. Bodyguards that were around him know. See, I had my own company, so I didn't need him. I didn't have to take his stuff. The bull crap that came along with being around Diddy. But see, when I start talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, oh, some toes will curl for sure. But hey, the truth is the truth.
Hey, yeah.
Whether you believe it.
Is that why he not here no more? That's why he not here no more, y'all? You heard what he said. When I start talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z, some toes will curl for sure. Oh, for real. You ain't supposed to put them threats out without already putting out the motions, right?
That's what she told Jaguar, right? And oh boy, pump brakes. Because we're not even here. We're talking about Diddy. You start throwing accusations, you better start proving it.
But he should have something. I hope he got something on thumb drive where just in case if something happened to him, the message could still get out. Because you put that out there like that, what's the first thing they gonna say to themselves? We got to stop him from talking. Who do he think he is where he can talk about me?
Who do you think you are?
They wasn't feeling that, Uncle Ron.
No, and like I said, these channels and social media have given these people a platform. You ask them, why didn't you say this 20 years ago? He said, well, I had kids and I had a job. So you watched as the tragedies festered and people lost their lives and you stood back. But now after the damage is done, you're ready to sit down and do a tell-all. I feel like these people are just as guilty. I feel like they're just as guilty. The only reason they're being used is because they're providing a lot of information that's being corroborated. So they're using them. But at the end of the day, they're using them to get the information. You think they really cared about Uncle Ron's life? You think that the higher-ups and the news and all of these people don't know what comes next with whistleblowing and these things? Mm-hmm. They just ready to get their story. That's what I'm saying. It's all about the story, getting it out, getting it, telling it to people, publicizing. His life was disregarded because we just want the story. Something happens, Uncle Ron's gone. But at the end of the day, you sat around and watched so many tragedies. You and a lot of other bodyguards, like you just said, were witnesses to these things. Mm-hmm. Is it justice?
Hell no.
No. Is it justice? Remember these people.
No, it's not justice because if they're bodyguards, they're in a position they take an oath to protect and serve too.
Hey, no, that's what I'm saying. You stood by and watched things.
That's why it's not justice. Right. It's not justice because if it was justice, then they would. Yeah, if it was justice, then they would have handled their business and they wouldn't allow P. Diddy to do a lot of shit.
No, that's what I'm saying. So
20 years. This nigga saying, why I let it go on for 20 years? Because I got kids and I got this and I got that.
Right. The same thing with a lot of people when they're telling you the stories. It goes back and we're like, wait a minute. People's lives were destroyed. You get what I'm saying? Women and children's lives. That's a long-standing effect. To be a pedophile or abuser or a predator, you're the only one with the game. Everybody else that's becoming a victim under you has lived their 20 years, whether being a child and growing up into a woman or being a woman having to hide her scars or a man emasculated. They've all had to live with this while he made money in the industry with a bunch of people that watched and knew everything that was going on. These are the people that are scarred. So these thousands of stories that are coming out are all victims to these people. You are just as bad. You mean to tell me you had children? There were children being involved with this. You didn't feel any type of way? We got to question your integrity then and question your integrity now. And stop just listening to it being a story because we want to hear what happened. People are destroyed. Just like we know children in our family that have been victim of things like that, their lives have been destroyed. People are not sitting on the other side just waiting for a check because, yeah, I made it through the Diddy party and I was abused and now I get to tell my story. They had to live with that. It's a shame that if they said something, how it would look upon their business, them or the families that they're with. They kept their mouths closed. So these people sitting down in the interview saying, yeah, well, I knew. A lot of other people knew. We seen this. I remember this with Jennifer. This. Shame on you. You ought to be on the fucking stand too.
They are going to be.
Oh, good.
Because like they
Good.
prosecutor said, it's a RICO.
Good.
At the end of the day, it's still a RICO. So just because the only person that's been arrested right now is Diddy,
They all
don't
should
mean
have to
that
lie.
other people are not going to be arrested.
Right.
What it is right now we're concentrating on Diddy, but we're running a RICO.
Yes.
Just like they did with Young Thug. We concentrated on Young Thug, and then after we got Young Thug and got him charged and got him situated, all the other dominoes fall now.
Yeah.
Now
As
you'll
it
see
should.
Gunner go to jail. Then you'll see this person go to jail. Then you're going to see why you think Gene Deal is in interviews making it known that he will work for the government? Because I want to let it be known that I work for you before you kick down my door and come arrest me and say that I was conspired in this same RICO.
Because he would, but this is where I'm getting ready to go. Then negotiations become in play, right?
Exactly.
Because you don't want to be in trouble for the shit that you witnessed and didn't do anything about. So you want to be a person to help assist.
But really, it don't make you no better. Even if you negotiate and work for the state, I still look at you funny because you knew for a long
fucking
you sat here
tell us about him flying girls back and forth. So you guys are watching, showing up at the bathroom and girls.
Bro, you want to know what the worst thing about Gene Deal is, y'all? This was the worst thing about Gene Deal. And he get on all these motherfucking stations and try to play